Hello students, welcome to online maths classroom. Today we are going to start with geometric progression of your topic sequences and series. In this video, we will study about the introduction and solutions of exercise 9.3 question number 1 to 16. So let us continue with it. First of all, we need to understand what is your geometric series. As we studied about arithmetic progressions in your previous video, there we learned that an AP is obtained by adding a fixed number to a previous term. Okay, each consecutive term is obtained by adding a fixed number to the previous term. Okay, now this addition, the added number can be positive, can be negative, or even can be zero. Okay, but the number should be fixed, means each term should be having a fixed number added to it. Okay, now what happens in geometric progression? A geometric series is a sequence of numbers in which each term after the first is found by multiplying a constant amount to the previous term. Okay, now here as there the number has to be added. Okay, now here the next term will be obtained by multiplying a fixed number to the previous number. Okay, previous term. Okay, the constant amount is called as the common ratio. In AP it was called as the common difference, and here it is called as the common ratio, symbolized with small r. Okay, that means your small r is it is the ratio of consecutive terms. Like T2 is your second term, A is the first term, then it is T2 upon A, or T3 upon T2 means third by second, or in general it is the nth term divided by the previous one, that is n minus 1th term. Okay, so this is what your geometric series is all about, that each term is obtained by multiplying the previous term with a fixed number. Okay, and this fixed number is called as the common ratio. Okay, now let us derive the formula for the nth term or general term. Okay, so see here we took the term as T1. Okay, so T1 is your A, first term is your A, and the second term is, now as you know, it is obtained by multiplying a fixed number. So let our fixed number is here is R. So the second term will be A into R. The third will be A into R square. Okay, again AR multiplied with R will give you AR square. So on. So if I'll move on, then what is, now look at the pattern here. T1 is, okay, when the term is 1, n is 1, it is having r raised to power 0. Okay, means r raised to power 0, that is 1. When here we are talking about n2, when it is second term, r is having its power as 1, 1 less than this. Okay, T3 is 1 less than this, that is ar square. Okay, so what will be your nth term like? It will be like ar raised to power 1 less than this, and that is n minus 1. Okay, so this is your general term or nth term. Okay, so it is your ar and raised to power n minus 1. Now let us see an example that you have to find the general term for a GP. Look here, it is a GP. Is it a GP? Yes, because each term is obtained by multiplying the next term to get the next term with 4. See, 2 4s are 8, 8 4s are 32, and so on. Okay, so we are multiplying with a fixed number. Okay, so here A is 2, the first term is 2, and the common ratio here is 4, and you can put the values in this formula to get any of your desired term. Okay, so this is how a GP is all about. Now let us see a few more examples of geometric sequence and series. Determine if each of the following is a geometric sequence. If so, determine the common ratio. Now see from here. Okay, either I can check whether by dividing this first number, the second term with the previous term. Okay, every next term with the previous term, you will get whether it is a GP or not. Okay, or multiplying with a fixed. That is, I think, the best way, that a fixed number is multiplied. Okay, so see here, it is 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 2 16, 16 into 2 32. Okay, so yes, this is a GP as R is your 8 by 4, that is equal to 2. You can check for anyone, that means the common ratio is 2. Here we took it as by dividing, but the same number, it is multiplied with your, each term is multiplied with your 2. Okay, So common ratio here is 2. Now look here, 1, 5, 9, 13, 17. Okay. No, because 5 upon 1 is not equal to 9 upon 5. We can check it that way also. So it is not a GP. For this one, see 1, minus 1, 1, minus 1, 1 and so on. So now see from here, minus 1. Okay, if I'll multiply 1 with minus 1, it will be minus 1. Then again I'll multiply it with minus 1, then it will be plus 1. Again it will be multiplied with minus 1, it will be minus 1. So see from here, it is minus 1 upon 1. So it is a GP as it is multiplied with a fixed number. For the next one, 2, 2 by 3, 2 by 9, 2 by 27, 2 by 81 and so on. So, okay. So see from here, if I say divide anyone, either I can divide it, but I will see the multiplying constant. Okay. And that is, you can see here, it is 1 by 3. 2 into 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. Then 2 is not to be changed. Again into 1 by 3 is 2 by 9. See from here. So like 2 by 81 divided by 2 by 27 will give you 1 by 3, and it can be seen easily from here that we are multiplying with a fixed number 1 by 3 to get the next term. Okay. Now difference between arithmetic and geometric sequence and series. Now sequence was your 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16. Now look here, the common difference is same. For all the terms, please keep it clear that how many terms are visible. Every term should have a same common difference. So 4 minus 1, 7 minus 4, 10 minus 7, 13 minus 10, 16 minus 13. All will give you the same common difference. So it is a AP. Okay. And the series is like by putting a addition sign in between the terms. For geometric one, the sequence like 1, 3, 9, 27, so on. So, okay. It is like, you know, that you are multiplying every next term is got by multiplying the previous one with 3. Like 1 into 3 is 3, 3 into 3 is 9, into 3 is 27 and like this. Okay, you can just check by the ratio also. Okay, and the series will be like your 1 plus 3 by putting the addition sign in between all the terms. Okay, so common ratio here is your AK plus, means in general the every next term divided by its previous term. Okay, so the general term an of geometric sequence is given by your an is a r raised to power n minus 1, where a or a1 whatever you denote it as a first term, r is the common ratio. Okay, so let us see an example of it. Find the fifth term of GP whose first term is 6 and whose common ratio is 1 by 2. Okay, it is 1 by 2. So fifth term, the formula for fifth term will be your, it is always r is having the power 1 less than the n. So the formula for a5 will be your a1 is 6, that is ar raised to power how much? 4. Ar raised to power 4, 5 minus 1. So a here is 6 and your r is having half raised to power 4, that is 6 into your 1 by 16, and it will give you 3 by 8 as the answer. To n terms of a geometric series. Sum to n terms of geometric series is denoted by Sn and is given by Sn is equal to a times 1 minus r raised to power n divided by 1 minus r. This formula we take when r is less than 1, but for r greater than 1, this formula is flipped as, see here, it becomes a times r raised to power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. Also note that the nth term is given by the sum of n terms minus sum of n minus 1 terms. Okay, you know we have done in AP also that if you need to find the second term, how do we get it? We get it by subtracting S2 minus S1 will give you the second term. Okay, S2 minus S1 will give you the second term, as S1 is the first term itself. Okay, so this is the same way here it is also going to happen. Now altogether this formula is for r less than 1, r greater than 1. Generally we use this one. Okay, generally we use this formula. Sn is equal to a times 1 minus r raised to power n upon 1 minus r, and we write it as for r not equal to 1. Okay, but if r is greater than 1, we will use this version. Okay, r not equal to 1 means for both r less and greater than 1. Okay, but when for our this comfort level we take r, for r greater than 1 we use this formula, where Sn is the sum of first n terms, a is the first term, r is common ratio, and n is the number of terms. Write the formula for sum of n terms of GP. We know the n terms in a GP with first term A and common ratio R are given by A, AR, AR square, so on, so up to AR is to power n minus 1, the nth term. Okay, so here we will take Sn as A plus AR square plus so on, so AR n minus 2. This is the n minus 1 term. Okay, plus this is the nth term, AR is to power n minus 1. Okay, is this clear? The first term we will consider as Sn is equal to the sum of n terms of GP. Then we will multiply both sides by R. Okay, so we get from here R times Sn, and this A will become AR, this will become AR square, this will become AR cube, and so on, so. And this will become n minus 1, AR n minus 1, and this will become, when multiplied with R, it will become AR raised to power n. It's clear? Okay. Now we will subtract, okay, this 1 minus 2. So it becomes this Sn minus R times Sn, and you see when I will take the difference, what is going to happen? See, the first term will be as it is, but the second will be, this will be subtracted. This will become 0. AR minus AR will be 0. Okay, then your AR square, this AR square will get cancelled. Similarly, if we keep on going like this, you will find that the last term AR raised to power n minus 1 will be cancelled by this. Okay, okay. So this equation will have just first term left, and this equation will have just this last term left. So I will get it as Sn minus R times Sn as A minus AR raised to power n. Okay, after subtraction 1 minus 2. Now we can take Sn common, it becomes 1 minus R is equal to A times 1 minus R raised to power n. Okay, and by dividing both sides by 1 minus R, I'll get the formula as Sn is equal to A times 1 minus R raised to power n upon 1 minus R. Okay, and this formula holds good for both R not equal to 1, that is for greater than 1, and less than 1 also. But for our convenience, what we do for R greater than 1, we flip it like R is to power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. Okay, so these are the steps in which this formula is discussed, but simply you can just give the proof like this also. Okay, this was just for the understanding purpose, that how and why we are making the proof. Okay, so general term of GP is sometimes noted by Tn also. Okay, like in AP, the last term was also taken as L. So here sometimes Tn or An, whatever the way you feel convenient, and is given by AR is to power n minus 1. And we also studied that Sn is your A times R is to power n minus 1 upon R minus 1 when it is greater than 1, and it is A times 1 minus R is to power n upon 1 minus R when it is less than 1. Okay, and when R is equal to 1, this formula is taken as Sn is equal to n times A. Okay, now how it happens? Say, remember, your sum to n terms means the sum of A plus AR plus AR square plus so on, so up to AR raised to power n minus 1. Now when R will be 1, it will be like A plus A plus A, how many times? N times. And A plus A, sum of A n times will give you n times A. Okay, so this is the third case which is also there. There is one more formula which you will study in your supplementary portion, that is sum of infinite GP. Okay, and sum of infinite GP, when we will study that portion, we will discuss that. Okay, is denoted by your S infinity, and it is simply given as A upon 1 minus R. Okay, and this is very simple. I took one application of this also, that sum of infinite GP is given by when your first term is minus 6 and common ratio is 1 by 4. So simply you can just replace the values A1 upon 1 minus R or A upon 1 minus R by replacing these values, 1 minus 1 by 4, and this is minus 6 by 3 by 4 is equal to minus 8. So this is also very simple, and we will discuss this this result, how it comes from your this sum of n terms of GP. Okay. Now we are going to also solve your exercise 9.3, and we are going to take 1 to question number 16. They are very basic questions. So in this video we will discuss all of them. Now let us start with your NCERT question number 1. What does this say? This says that find the 20th and nth term of the GP 5 by 2, 5 by 4, 5 by 8 and so on. So now see, it is given that it is a GP, but we can also check it. Okay, 5 by 2 is multiplied with common number 1 by 2 will give you 5 by 4. Again multiplied with 1 by 2 will give you 5 by 8 and so on. So hence it is a GP with first term A as 5 by 2 and common ratio. You can check by checking the multiplying factor. Okay, or you can check by dividing your term with every term with your previous term. 5 by 4 divided by 5 by 2 will give you half. Okay, so it's better to check it by checking the by which number it is getting multiplying. Okay, so your common ratio is half. So formula for A20 is your AR raised to power 20 minus 1, that is 19. So 5 by 2 into 1 by 2 raised to power 19. So 5 is alone. Let us add up these powers as bases are same. So it will be 2 into 2 raised to power 19 will be 2 raised to power 20. And similarly for AR raised to power n minus 1, simply we will replace A and n and I'll get it as 5 upon 2 into 2 raised to power n minus 1, that is 5 by 2 raised to power n. Okay, so it's quite simple. For number 2, find the 20th term of GP whose 8th term is 192 and common ratio is 2. Okay, so here actually I need the first term A. Okay, because to find anything I just need your common ratio and the first term. So common ratio is here, but I need the first term. So let us start. A is the first term of that GP and R is given here as 2. So what is A8? A8 is your AR raised to power 7. Okay, it is like your just power like AR raised to power. Okay, so it's A raised to power 8 is AR raised to power 8 minus 1, that is AR raised to power 7. So it is given that AR raised to power 7 is 192. Put the value of 2. 2 is your 2 raised to power 7. So it becomes your, this is your 2 raised, if you see it is 2 raised to power 6 multiplied with 3. Okay, so you can check by dividing just A is equal to 192 divided by 2 raised to power 7, and this can be factorized as 2 raised to power 6 into 3. Okay, or whatever way you want to work out, you can work it out. It is 3 by 2. And now we can calculate your A12. A12 will be your AR raised to power 11. So A is 3 by 2, 2 raised to power 11. So one power can be cancelled from here. So 3 into 2 raised to power 10, that is 3072. Question number 3 is the 5th, 8th and 11th term of GPR, PQ and S respectively. Show that Q square is equal to PS. Okay, so let us start. Let A is the first term, R is the common ratio of the GP. Okay, now see what is your 5th term. 5th term is your A5. A5 is your AR raised to power 4. Okay, AR raised to power 5 minus 1, that is AR raised to power 4, which is given here as P. Similarly, A8 is your AR raised to power 7 is Q and A11 is AR raised to power 10 is S. Okay, now you found these as 1, 2 and 3. Now simply if I want to check it out, it is best thing is that what you can do is you either take the square of this equation number 2, okay, and you multiply 1 and 3 and then you can check. Okay, and the second way is, as you know that the common ratio is same in case of this GPs. So what can I do is I can firstly divide 2 by 1. Okay, so I will get dividing 2 by 1, I will get that R cube is turning out AR7 divided by AR4 is Q by P. R cube is turning out to be Q by P. Okay, and again I can check equation number 3 divided with equation number 2. Again I will get AR raised to power 10, AR raised to power 7 is equal to S by Q. Okay, so I will get again R cube as S by Q. So both 4 and 5 are the values of R cube for the same question. So I can equate it, and by equating I can get Q square is equal to PS. Otherwise this question can also be worked out by taking the square of second equation. It will become A square R raised to power 14. Okay, and multiplying these two. So you can see from here when P and S multiplied, it will give you A square and R raised to power 14 itself. So that way also this question can be worked out. Question number 4 says the fourth term of GP is square of its second term and the first term is minus 3. Determine its seventh term. Okay, so let A is the first term, R is the common ratio, A is minus 3. Okay, now we know formula for AN is AR raised to power n minus 1. Please be careful, AR raised to power n minus 1. Okay, so what is the formula for A4? A4 is your AR cube. Here I am given your first term, so it is minus 3 r cube. Clear? And what is your a2? a2 here is your a2, here is your ar. Okay, so ar will be your minus 3 into r. Okay, clear? Now according to the given condition, 4 term of gp is square of its second term. So this is your 4 term, means minus 3 into this is square of this term, minus 3 into r whole square. Okay, and by solving it I'll get the value of r as minus 3, and I can work out as the 7th term will be your ar raised to power 6, a is your minus 3, again r is minus 3, and it all together gives you minus 3 raised to power 7, that is minus 2187. Okay, so 7th term of gp is minus 2187. Now question number 5 is having parts, and you have to check which term of the following sequences is your desired term at the last. Okay, so you know we have done these type of questions in AP in your last class also, and what we do, we consider this as the nth term. Okay, and then we work out. So let us start working out for the very first question. This given sequence is like this, so let us work out. The first term is 2, common ratio is, you know that you are multiplying with root 2. Okay, it's altogether clear. Either check it by the ratio or by the multiplying term. Okay, given by your 128, and here a was your first term was your 2, and the common ratio was under root 2. So we know ar raised to power n minus 1, that is nth term, is your 128. So by putting the values a2 and r as root 2, I will get this as root 2 raised to power n minus 1 is equal to 64. I can divide 2 to the other side. Okay, so we will get 2 raised to power n minus 1 by 2. This half from here will combine together and will give you 2 raised to power n minus 1 by 2. And this is your 64, which is 2 raised to power 6. So we get n minus 1 by 2 is equal to 6. That means comparison of, since bases are same, so we will equate the powers. So n minus 1 by is equal to 12 and n is equal to 13. So your 128 is the 13th term of the given GP. Okay. Now the next one is your, again a here is your root 3, and you know we are multiplying each with root 3 to get the next term. So common ratio here is root 3. So nth term is 729. Let us consider ar raised to power n minus 1 is your this 729. So by placing the values, I'll get this from this, I will get half from here, half, this will be n minus 1 by 2. So when added, it will become 3 raised to power n minus 1 by 2 plus half, which will give me, the powers can be equated like this, becomes 3 raised to power 6, and it will give you your half plus n minus 1 by 2 is equal to your 6, because since bases are same, I'll just equate the powers. So by taking LCM, it becomes your n minus 1 plus 1 divided by 2, that is equal to 6. That means n by 2 is equal to 6, that is n is equal to 12. So the 12th term of the given sequence is 729. Similarly for the third question also, a is 1 by 3, and now you are familiar that r here will be, you're multiplying it with 1 by 3. So it is 1 by 3. Again nth term is your this, ar n minus 1 is equal to this. So a is your 1 by 3, 1 by 3 raised to power n minus 1, and this is your, this is you have to work out with factors, that is 1 by 3 raised to power 9. So when I equate the powers, as when I equate these powers as the bases were same, so it will be n minus 1 plus 1, so will give you n, and I'll get n as 9. So this is the 9th term of the given sequence. For question number 6, for what value of x the numbers are in GP. So you know the numbers are in GP, that means their common ratio is same. That means x upon minus 2 by 7, which is your, it becomes, let's take this 7 to numerator, it becomes minus 7x by 2. And for the second one, minus 7 by 2 divided by x, that is minus 7 by 2x. So since both are common ratios, they are same. So by equating them, I'll get x square as 1. That means x is equal to plus minus root 1. Okay, that is turning out to be as plus minus 1, because root 1 is 1 itself. So x is equal to plus minus 1. The given number will be in GP. For question number 7, again it is, you're like this, sum to n terms of GP you have to find. So the given GP is like this. A is your 0.15, common ratio, you are multiplying with 0.1, it is very clear. Okay, so the formula for 20 terms, you have to find the sum for 20 terms, and you know that R is here less than 1. So I'll use the formula as discussed, A into 1 minus R is to power n upon 1 minus R. So let us place the values for S20. It will be 0.15 here, 1 minus 0.1 this R raised to power 20, and 1 minus 0.1 in the denominator. So it becomes 0.15 divided by 0.9, and this is 1 minus the same thing. Okay, so I'll just work it out. 15 by 90 it turns out by adjusting the decimals, okay, which will give you in reduced form as 1 by 6, and this you need not solve, this can be retained as it is. Okay, so this is simple. Let us take question number 8. In question number 8, you are required to find the sum to n terms in the GP, root 7 to 21, and so on, so up to n. So here it is a GP, you know, with A as root 7, and common difference can be seen from here. We are multiplying each term with root 3. Okay, so it can be easily worked out from here, and that is equal to root 3. So I will use the formula for Sn. As I told you, we can use any one, okay, but suitable maximum times we use this formula. Okay, but for as R is turning out to be greater than 1 also, you can use the other one also, but it's okay if you use this formula. Okay, so Sn is your A into 1 minus R raised to power n upon 1 minus R. So A is your root 7, 1 minus R raised to power n upon 1 minus R. Okay, now as you know that there is nothing more which I can do with this, but instead of rationalizing, okay, it's better you don't leave the denominator unrationalized. So that is the only thing. So I will rationalize the denominator, and you know how to rationalize it with 1 plus root 3, multiplying and dividing both. Okay, so it becomes root 7 times this 1 plus root 3 into this complete term divided by this becomes e square minus b square will be 1 minus 3, that is 2. Okay, so I'll just retain it as it is, just to make it as 3 raised to power n by 2 by taking out this square root outside. Okay, and this negative sign which we are having from the denominator. Okay, this was the reason why we take that formula of this your R raised to power n minus 1 and R minus 1. You see from here you will better understand this, because you see you will find a negative sign from the denominator here, and also for adjustment of it we can just flip it. Okay, take this negative sign common from here. So if you see it becomes like that only, R raised to power n minus 1 upon R minus 1 type. Okay, so this is your required answer. Okay, number 9 says find the sum to n terms of GP, and this is your GP. First term is your 1 and common ratio is minus a. You can see we are multiplying with minus a. So Sn is your a1 or a 1 minus R is to power n upon 1 minus R. Okay, and just replace the values of this a and R. A is 1 and R is minus a. You will get the desired answer. Okay, be careful with the signs. Number 10 says find the sum to n terms of this GP. Okay, so GP here is your x cube, a is the first term, and your this is multiplied with x square, so R is your x square, and simply by putting in your formula, okay, x not equal to plus minus 1 here, because you know this result doesn't hold for when x is either plus minus 1. Okay, so replace whatsoever values are there. Okay, just simply you should understand that I'm putting x as R as x square, so I will just adjust the powers, like I will not leave it as it is. I'll just write it as x raised to power 2n. Okay, so this much is sufficient for it. So this is the very simple one. Number 11 says evaluate summation. This is the sign for summation. K varies from 1 to 11, means you have to find the sum of this binomial for k value from 1 to 11. So when I will open it, how will it behave? It will behave like your, let us see if I can bifurcate it also, or I can just do it by your altogether taken like this. So see from here, if I will break it, how will I break it? It is k varies from 1 to 11 for 2 plus k varying from 1 to 11 to 3 raised to power k. So that means 2 plus 2 plus 2 how many times? 11 times. That will give you 2 into 11. Okay, That's simple. And for the second one, it is like your summation k varies from 1 to 11, 3 raised to power k. And this can be solved separately. So see, it will be like 3 raised to power k, 11 with k value from 1 to 11, it is like 3 raised to power 1 plus 3 square plus 3 cube, so on, so up to 3 raised to power 11. So this was simply just as 2 into 11, 22. But for this, I have to apply the formula for GP. Okay, sum to n terms of GP. So A here is 3, R is 3, which is your greater than 1, and better use this formula. Okay. So A, Rn minus 1, R minus 1, and it solved will give you 3 by 2, 3 raised to power 11 minus 1. Okay. So we solve the value for this. And now let us come back to number 1. So it was already 22 plus this value 3 by 2 into 3 raised to power 11 minus 1. So there is no need to solve this big number. Okay. You can just leave it as it. Number 12 says the sum of first three terms of GP is 39 by 10 and the product is 1. Find the common ratio and the terms. Okay. Now this is a very good question. This is a question which require your skills. Okay. And it's a good question. So what is given here is that you have three terms. Now in general, how do you take the three terms? If A is the first term, R is the common ratio, we generally take the terms as A, AR and AR square. Okay. But here you have to be a bit smarter because I have to take the sum, and if I will take the sum like A plus AR square, it will give me another equation. Okay. So better I know that if A is the first term and R is the common ratio, so I can consider the terms as A by R, A and AR. See, here also the common ratio is same. Here also the common ratio is same, isn't it? I'm multiplying each term with R. So I will not start with A, I will start rather with A by R as the first term. Okay, so A by R, A and AR. These are my three terms. Now what will be the benefit of it? As the sum given here is your 39 by 10, that is okay. You will say what is new here. But see, when I'll take the product, when I will take the product equal to 1, you will be able to get just simply A cube equal to 1. If otherwise you would have taken AR square, you would have got like A cube into R raised to power something equal to 1. Okay, which will be again something unsolved. Okay, so it's better to consider these three terms, okay, when sum is given and product is also given. So this will give me simply A cube equal to 1 and A turns out to be 1. Now I will put my values of R here, and by solving it I'll get a equation. Okay, I'll get a quadratic equation here. Okay, simply I can get the equation as 10R square minus 29R plus 10 equal to 0. Okay, and then I can factorize it, minus 25R minus 4R, and the factors will be 5R minus 2 into 2R minus 5 equal to 0. So I will get R as 2 by 5R, 5 by 2. Okay, and my A is 1. So what can be the terms like? See, if I take A1 and the value of R as 2 by 5, so my terms will be like A is 1. 1 upon 2 by 5 will be your 5 by 2. And A will be your 1. And the next will be your A. A means 1 into 2 by 5, that is 2 by 5. Okay. From here, if I'll put A as 1 and R as 2 by 5, I'll get first term as 5 by 2, second as 1 and third as 2 by 5. But if I take A as 1 and R as 5 by 2, I will start with 2 by 5, 1 and then 5 by 2. But it doesn't make any difference. I am just getting three terms and they are 5 by 2, 1 and 2 by 5. In whatever order I am getting, but I am getting these three terms. Okay. Question number 13 says how many terms of GP are needed to give the sum 120. So you know, let n terms are needed. We generally go for such questions in AP also like this. Okay. So it is a GP with your A as 3 and R also as 3. Okay. Since R is greater than 1, so I'll consider the sum formula as A R raised to power n minus 1 upon R minus 1. Okay. And suppose that let n terms of this GP are giving me this sum as 120. So that means Sn here is your 120. So replace the values of A and R here. The question goes simple. When I will solve it, 2 multiplied with 120, okay, divided by 3 is equal to 3 raised to power n minus 1. So this gives you 80. This becomes 40 into 2, that is 80, and this is 3 raised to power n is equal to 81, and I'll get n as 4. I will just make it as 3 raised to power 4, and by equating your powers I'll get number of terms as 4. Okay. Number 14 is sum of first 3 terms of GP is 16 and sum of next 3 terms is 128. Determine the first term, the common ratio, and the sum to n terms of the GP. Okay. Now here I think the product is not given, so it is better if I'll go simply by this also. Okay. So first 3 terms here are A, AR square, AR cube. This is the general GP, and first 3 terms are A plus AR square, that is 16. Now but after AR square, the fourth term will be, okay, it will be AR cube. You know, in GP the term is, every term is 1 less than, the power of R is 1 less than the term. See, if I'm talking about A5, it will be AR4. So 4 term will be AR cube, then AR4, then AR5. Okay, so 3 first and 3 next. This sum is 128. Okay, from here I can take A common. This becomes equal to 16. From here also I can take A common and AR cube common, and I'll get this. Okay, now it's better you divide. In GP generally, as you're talking about the ratios, so by division you will get so many things. So when I'll divide, this becomes common, and I'll just get the value of R cube as 8. So R will be 2. Okay, now let us replace it here in any of the equation, whatever is suitable to you, and I'll get it here as 1 plus 2 plus say 4 will give me 7. So A is your 16 by 7. Okay, so that's quite simple. And now I just need to find the sum of sum of n terms of GP. So Sn is your A Rn minus 1 upon R minus 1, as your this ratio is greater than 1. That's why I'm using this formula. Okay, so replace the value of A and this all together. So from denominator I'll just get 1 and leave this as 2 raised to power n minus 1. Okay, so it's also quite simple. Question number 15 says, given a GP with A 729, 7 term is this, determine S7. Okay, so 7 term means your AR raised to power 6. Okay, so 7 term here is 64. Okay, so 7 term is your AR raised to power 6. So 64 is equal to your A is your 729 into R raised to power 6. So I'll just work out R raised to power 6 as, bring it to this side, and it will turn out to be 2 by 3. Okay, so 2 by 3 is again less than 1. So I'll use for the sum this formula. 1 minus R raised to power n divided by 1 minus R. Okay, so by putting the values, I'll get the answer as, you please solve it just with patience, and I'll get it as 2059. Okay, so be proper with the calculation part. Now question number 16 of your NCERT says, find a GP for which sum of first 2 terms is minus 4 and fifth term is 4 times the third term. Okay, you have done such questions in AP also. Now let us start connecting the terms with each other. So let us use the first term. R is the common ratio of GP. Now here it is given that sum of first 2 terms is minus 4. That is S2 is minus 4. So S2 means your N is 2. So I'll get the formula as, simply when your ratio is not given and I have to apply the formula of your Sn, we use the first one with R less than 1. Okay, generally we use that. Okay, the second one is only used in case R is appearing that it is greater than 1. Okay, so we will take it this one, A 1 minus R square upon 1 minus R as minus 4. Is this clear? This is number 1. Okay, question number 1. Sum of first 2 terms is minus 4. And the fifth term is 4 times the third term. Fifth term is 4 times the third. Fifth term will be your AR raised to power 4, and this your third term is AR square. Okay, so from here A will cancel and R square is 4, R is plus minus 2. Now I'll go back to equation number 1, put the value of R there. Okay, as this plus this there will be square, so I'll just, this for R is equal to 2, I'll simply get this as your value of A as minus 4 by 3. You can simply solve it. Okay, and for this, when R is your minus 2. I'll use this formula here with r as minus 2. Okay, so we can just get the value of a as 4. Simply it can be worked out. Okay, for r equal to 2 you can use that other formula also, because you know you are getting the adjustment. You have to adjust the values also. So whatever you feel is okay, you can do like this. Okay, so for this a is when minus 4 by 3 and r is turning out to be 2. We will get the GP as this. Okay, it is a into ar. Okay, ar multiplied with 2 will give you minus 8 by 3, and then ar square means this again multiplied with r will give you this your minus with 2 is as minus 16 by 3. And simply for this second one, when a is your 4 and r is your minus 2, I'll get the values as 4, minus 8, 16 and minus 32. Okay, so I hope whatever is taught to you is clear to you. Okay, the next questions of exercise 9.3 we will discuss in next video. Thank you.